Alright, so hey guys, we are back with some more live battles, and today we are going up against Buka, I believe is how you say his name. And he seems to be playing the Wood Elves, so let's check out what faction we are going to be playing. Let's go Lizardmen. That's not Lizardmen, this is Lizardmen. And we'll just try to outshoot the Wood Elves. Normally, you don't expect many factions to try and do that, to try and outshoot the Wood Elves, but I think Lizardmen do have a decent chance at it. If you can keep those solar engines alive, if you can keep your chameleon skinks alive, you can definitely lay quite a beating on an unsuspecting Wood Elf ranged army. If they go rush, then that's even better, I think. But we'll go with is Lightcaster the best? Let's see. Could go for high magic. So we'll have Apotheosis and we'll also have Tempest. So we can take down any Glade Ladies that roam too close and try to prey on our Lord. Let's see, infantry wise, we'll go pretty cheap. So we'll go with a front line of Skink Cohort. We'll go with 4 of those, and then the back lines we'll keep 2 Sars Warriors and the Cohort of Sotek. We definitely want a bunch of Chameleon Skinks. We'll keep 2 Spear Riders. That's not 2. And then we'll of course need our solar engines. So we have about 500 gold left. Let's see what we can put that into. Skink Priest isn't... Actually, could we potentially get a mount for him? No, that's too much. Shoot. I don't have enough time. I guess we'll just go for... and then chevron him up. Not ideal, but it's fine. We'll just get some additional range in case we need it. This map actually kind of sucks for artillery. I should really check out the maps before. Yeah, but hopefully the solar engines can still do a little bit of work. Solar engines have really weird mechanics, like accuracy-wise and all. They seem to miss stationary targets, but like moving dragons and stuff, they do just fine. So we're gonna split up the chameleon skinks just to make them a little easier to micro. And other than that, we're gonna put all our infantry in one big group. And we are going to keep our skink cohorts in the front lines. They are shielded, they have a ton of models, so we'll just expect them to absorb fire from Way Watchers. And we'll definitely keep them spread out. The secondary line will be more tightly packed. We don't want our Sars Warriors getting overextended. We're going to keep the cohort of Sotek up in the middle. They'll be protecting our Slan Mage Priest. And we'll keep the Sars Warriors on either side. And then we will also keep our solar engines here. Keep Spear Riders on either flank. Spear Riders are going to be a reactionary measure to counter any Wild Rider play. And we'll also keep the Skink Cohort with Javelins just for some additional protection for the Slan Mage Priest. And I think we are mostly ready. We're going to leave them relatively low on the hill, so that we get some decent firing arcs at least with our Bastillodon. Otherwise, if we're on top of the hill, the solar engine shots will just like fly way over the hill and hit nothing, so. Alright, so we have an eagle initially. We definitely don't want to overextend our chameleon skinks by any means. They're not super fast, even though they do have poison which will slow down enemy units. We want to be very careful with how far we push these guys up. But I'm just gonna let the enemy kind of push up to me. Ooh, looks like a lot of flying units, so looks like the risk we took with the Tempest is gonna work out very well for us. Let's see. It's a very, very skirmish heavy army. Definitely, of course, everything on this army so far will be able to outduel Chameleon Skinks in melee, so if we push them too far ahead, we might have an issue protecting them. Still don't see any infantry. There they are. Maybe we'll push up a little bit. No, I don't. It's gonna really ruin our firing arcs. What are these? Glade Guard? That's fine. It's a lot of archers. Oh wow. Alright, so let's try and start opening fire. And of course, Chameleon Skinks, one of the best skirmishers in the game, should be able to outduel. In fact, let them just take all the fire. Let them absorb all the fire that they can. They have a ton of missile resistance. They're still losing quite a lot of HP, but they have a ton of missile resistance, which does give them, which does make them the ideal targets for me, for the archers to be targeting, though they don't have the greatest leadership. Let's see, solar engine, maybe start turning and firing that way. We did lose one unit of Chameleon Skinks, but our solar engines should be able to do a decent bit of damage. Unfortunately, one unit of Chameleon Skinks has been routed, but it seems like the enemy has used a lot of ammunition on him, so I'm not too worried. Let's move one unit over here, one unit of Skink cohort to try and screen out these Glade Riders. And let's turn these guys as well. We're getting a ton of fire into these Glade Guards, so that's really, really good for us. In fact, let's push back these Chameleon Skinks. What are they shooting at? They're completely missing all their shots. But let's push out our second unit of Chameleon Skinks. And yeah, these guys are getting completely roasted, which is amazing. Oh, no nets, unfortunately, but... Okay, let's keep you guys here. And let's bring back these Skinks to the front line. And we'll use these guys to chase off, and we'll bring one unit of Chameleon Skinks back. And this is exactly what I wanted, for those Glade Guard to expend all their ammunition into unimportant targets like the Skink cohort. Fortunately, they are taking a ton of damage, so we might do a little bit of dodging. And this time I'm not too afraid to push up. Okay, so we're gonna get an Overcast Tempest right here. Oh, we might have overextended that guy a little too much, and he landed, so he's not gonna get any damage. That is very, very bad for us. That is a waste of a ton of Winds of Magic. Actually, only 10, but still annoying. Not sure why he was pushing up. Do they not have the firing arcs they need to shoot? Or maybe just shoot at the Great Eagle. So we did lose one Chameleon Skink unit, but these ones should be doing just fine by themselves. Let's move these guys around. We'll go for a little bit of cycle charging. It's very, very unfortunate with that Tempest, but not much we can do. And then let's get you guys to rout them. And now, unfortunately, our Saurus Warriors are going to be taking damage. As long as the cohort of Sotek isn't taking too much damage. Let's charge our Skink cohort into battle. And now let's see if we can shoot some of these Deepwood Scouts. Okay, so a lot of his archers are rather unprotected. Actually, we probably shouldn't do that. We should probably move them out of the way and try and skirmish these guys. Are they gonna shoot? I don't know. Ton of damage coming in from those archers, but they are using almost all their ammunition. You know what? Screw this. Just shoot the Lord. Push you forward. Let's drop an apotheosis real quick. Shield of the Old Ones. Protect him at all costs, and we can also get a good banishment around here. Okay, we can bring you guys back. Let's try and push up our infantry now that we are winning the infantry fight pretty handily. And we can also push up our Slan. Bring back some of these chameleon skinks. Seems like they're doing a good job. And now we can push up all our infantry, and we can also push up the Slan Mage Priest. Infantry fight should be going fine. Should be in our favor. And yes. Overcast. Right there. And now we'll start pushing up our cavalry. Ooh, these guys got a little caught out. Let's see. Start getting some chameleon skink fire here as well. We'll throw. We don't want to get our Slan Mage Priest gooned out too quickly, but we are doing a ton of damage to the Glade Lord. Looks like one of our solar engines has returned, which should be very, very good for us, and we can try and start shooting here at those Hawk Riders. But there goes the Glade Lord, so we are doing very, very good on that front. We're catching all these archers. Still has a Great Eagle that has returned, but there we go. The game is won. Terrible map for this matchup, but I do think that the Wood Elf player played relatively well. He sacrificed his Glade Riders relatively early in the battle, so that was a big blunder on his part, but other than that, I think he played as well as he could. You can see these Eternal Guard did get a decent amount of kills. Most of them were against Skin Cohort, but along with those Glade Guard and Deepwood Scouts, he definitely got good value for most of his shots. I think the problem was he overextended his army a bit too much. He pushed his spears way ahead of his archers, and he pushed his Glade Riders way too far behind his army, and then he sacrificed a Great Eagle, of course. But overall, well played to my opponent. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.